Okay, guys, we got exciting news about our giveaway night. The first 2,000 fans in the building will get their own San Antonio Spurs. So let's claim yours and show off your Spurs pride. The best way to get your verified NBA ticket, your phone. Just download the Spurs app and click on the ticket button. We want to find out your winner.
Coming right up, the Spurs taking on the Hawks. For the Spurs, this team is playing winning basketball, victorious in 7 of their last 10 games. Hawks, Spurs, coming up next. Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian. Grant, you think it's too early in the season to try and forecast where teams are going to end up?
You know, B.A., yes and no. I think we have a handful of teams whose fates might already be determined, but we always have a couple of surprise teams that come out of nowhere. That's what makes the season so much fun to watch.
And you look at this rookie class. MP continues to scratch and claw, trying to cement his place as one of the best and brightest.
Yeah, and given how it's played out so far, it's looking like a major uphill climb to reach that goal. First-year guys can take a while to get used to the pace and physicality of the NBA. Even if he plays exceptionally well moving forward, the jury's still out on whether he can accomplish his goal.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Their backcourt, Young and Bogdanovic. That one misses. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. Their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Here's Johnson, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Stan, when you talk to others about Keldon Johnson, one of the things you hear is that he's a natural leader.
Yeah, Brian, look, the intangibles with him are off the charts. This is a guy that got on the United States national team because of the kind of person and player he is. He leads by example every day.
And he gets it to go.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Outside Wembanyama. Sohan outside. Nails it from 3.
Well, we're seeing the progress on Sohan's jumper. Hard work in the offseason paying off.
Picked up by Okongwu. The 3 is up. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 6.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Johnson for 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defense that's showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Johnson a screen on Johnson. 3-pointer off the mark. Spurs lead by 7. Sohan, the pass to Paul. Back to Sohan. Right side Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
To stop the run, buries it from 3.
And when it comes to assists, Young is on another level. He's got such a gift for feeding his guys.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. Now Sohan. Vassell with it. The three ball. Okongwu with the rebound. Hawks trail by 6. A minute 37 left to play in the first. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That's on Keldon Johnson. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Spurs.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Collins, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Mamukelashvili comes in for Sohan. Barnes, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Jones in for Paul. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Nance, he's checked in for Okongwu. Hunter comes in for Johnson. Risache, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Daniels is subbed in for Trae Young.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Count it. His 4th bucket and 8 shots.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. 9-point game. From behind the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
Driving in. And the ball out of play. The Spurs will have it.
San Antonio ball. Substitution on court.
Called by Greg Popovich. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Coach, as you know, two-way wings like Devin Vassell are a hot commodity in the NBA these days.
Yeah, Brian, he's got good defensive instincts. He's got great length. And offensively, a pretty good three-point shooter. But his main weapon is that mid-range jump shot.
Barnes and Sohan, your small and power forwards. Castle is out there with Trae Jones. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot. That's who's in the game for the Spurs.
What a great sign for this team. Jones shooting it with conviction.
There's the screen by Johnson. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jones with the ball. Now Okongwu defending. Pass to Castle. Puts it up from 12. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game.
I don't know if you can credit the defense for that. It was just a missed opportunity.
Johnson a screen on Jones. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
The steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Jones misses.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
The 3. He drops it from range. He's got 17.
And that's his first triple this quarter. 3 total for the game.
Pass to Castle. There's a minute 17 left in the half. Outside Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Launches it. He can't get that one to fall. Hawks trail by 15. There's the screen by Johnson. A deep 3. Sohan with a rebound. Antonio's gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Castle misses. For Atlanta, they've gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. There's the screen by Johnson. That shot off.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Castle for 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
I mean, he's yet to make a shot this quarter. At some point, you got to look for other ways to impact the game. And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Sohan, the pass to Wembanyama. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Wembanyama's got 11 points in the quarter.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's San Antonio leading by 17 at the end of the period. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be back in a moment.